Motivate. We can motivate. I can motivate you to stop at my booth. I can do it with a pre-show mailer. I can do it at the booth itself. I can do it after. I can motivate you to do that. I could motivate you to stop in the bank. If you're old enough, you get a scale, you get a toaster. Boy, did people flock to the banks to get all of that. That was motivation. Tangible, dimensional merchandise that motivated people to do it. We are motivational specialists. What will make Mary work later, work safer, work harder, or stay loyal to my company? What would make Mary subscribe, join, buy, or enlist? We are motivational people, and motivation takes a lot of work, but we're dimensional in that. We're educators. We can teach. We can teach an employee to work safer, help an employee do it. We're not teachers the way I'm lecturing to you right now, but we are ancillary people, and we're very much a part of it, particularly if anybody here is in wellness. It's an area that my company, I'm a manufacturer, my primary manufacturing is in CDs and flash drives, but nevertheless, wellness is a very big area, and we have to teach people how to stay well, take care of their diabetes, lower their blood pressure, watch their cholesterol. We're part of the educational package within corporate America. And finally, the other thing that we're in is reinforcement, and that's a specialty. The average person who looks at our industry, the promotional products business, will go, well, what do you do? And they think of us as reinforcement, because you're walking around with a Novartis umbrella. You're seeing an M&M piggy bank, and you're seeing brand reinforcement, reinforcement, reinforcement. The position in the marketplace always erodes, and reinforcement is critical, and that's what we do. So you can take it and you can go A-R-M-E-R. That's what we provide to the business, and if anything I just said right now triggers it, your job is to go to your consultants over here and say, okay, here's what I'm trying to do. We have our salespeople coming in, we've got a seminar, we've got our customers coming in, whatever it is, these are the areas that they're working with for you. Just to put it into perspective, within your corporation, some of you may be big, some of you may be smaller businesses, the first thing we do is we work with human resources. We work with recruitment. We can recruit. I personally, in my manufacturing, where we do CDs, I'll talk to you about Dreyer's ice cream. We do a small little CD, they go on campus, they do a little mailing, and it goes right out to college campuses, and they're recruiting out in Los Angeles new employees by just doing a direct mail for the most recent college graduates. We work with employee retention, we work with wellness. We are very big in that area. The old days, a little pin that says I've worked here 25 years is gone. The Coca-Cola Employee Service Award program is one where the employee gets an absolutely wonderful choice of expressions that say thank you for being a loyal employee, and that's done online. These are the types of programs that are created here. We work in the, let me go back, we work in the production areas, safety, zero defects, quality control. People, for whatever reason, don't get the message and their arm goes where it's not supposed to go, their back goes. We have a great ROI in safety. If we lower your accidents and lower your downtime, you raise your profitability. We can help do that. Another area we're in is consumer loyalty, demand, and satisfaction. That's probably more in the awareness item, but however, I'll show you a couple of premium and promotions. That's where we fit into the consumer area. Marketing, advertising, promotion, and premiums, that's the heart of our business and probably where most of you are right now. If you would like us to increase your sales, attract more people, that is something that we can do, but it needs a target demographics, and we simply need a budget from you to say, here's what I'm trying to do, here's my market, I'm going out to 5,000 people, as opposed to taking an ad in Time magazine. We're much more dimensional and very targeted in the advertising way. Sales, we can say hi and make love to your key accounts. Customer appreciation, customer loyalty, that's all part of your program, and that's where we help. We can help you increase your volume. Many of you who may know, if you're in anywhere of the food business or anywhere with supermarkets, know that dealer loaders and premiums have been intensely successful over the years and still maintain that. Anybody in supermarket business? Anybody know a supermarket manager? These people are very wealthy. And it's legal, because they get spiffs and rewards for putting up an end aisle display. When you see that display of Tide at the end of the aisle, it's not because they like Tide. It's because there was a whole incentive going around and something went home for them. It may well be a colored television. And it's legal. It's not bribery. It's all in return for how the economy works within that marketplace. This is what we do, and we can build loyalty, and this is probably the most important thing today because loyalty is fleeting with all of these customers. And then finally, in community. Texaco, I just know them very well. Texaco is very big in the community. You can walk in. Scott's got some paper cups in here. How many times the PTA calls and says, we're having a spaghetti dinner? Texaco goes, no problem. Right away, they just send out a box, and it's all Texaco branded picnic and dinner materials. And that's how they get their goodwill and their reputation into the community. When the Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and Girl Scouts ask them, they send that box and they donate the paper goods that are used for that fundraiser or spaghetti dinner. But that goes out to the community, and then out to the shareholders, and then into the international world. So you get my problem that I had this morning, and I have 7 minutes left. My problem that I had this morning was, I've got a diverse market here, so I really don't know where you are. If I came to your office and I saw Elaine, I'd say, what do you do? Why am I here? Where does it hurt? It's almost like a doctor coming in, but I need to know my patient. So today you're all patients, and I'll play doctor. But that's what you have out there. When you see your resources out there, you can, it's like Halloween, I said earlier, because we all have little things to give away. Then it's just stuff. It's what are you trying to do? And you say, hey, this is my market, this is what I do. I'm here for Christmas or customer appreciation and so on and so forth. There's so much you could do. All right, racing through it. Let's talk about this. So I said, okay, I'm coming to an exhibit firm. That's how this man made his business. It's an exhibit, third generation in the exhibit world. So there's Polio. I know the cheese, but I didn't know it. I went online, I copied this, how wonderful it is. But the objective here is, how do I get people to the booth? He's building the booth. They're in the building. I got to get them to the booth. That's where the other end of this enterprise that ExhibitCraft has gone into, the promotional, is. I can do a pre-show mailer, and we could do the mailers. It could be a dimensional mailer. It could be something. It could be a scratch-off card. It could be something that gets you there. It could be just a number that says your number is 1234. Come to the booth and see if you won an iPhone, an iPad, whatever it is. That kind of program ensures the success of trade shows. I could do things at the booth that will be very exciting. I'm going to pass this up. And by the way, if anybody wants these slides, I'll send these to you because you're taking some notes, and I'm talking so fast because we're doing it in a half an hour. But if you want any of these, one of the 7 deadly sins is limiting the time to produce your booth. And he knows this. Rush, 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 rush. Not having time to do the printed materials and go into your copy machine just before you get there. I did that this morning, so I'm no different. And not thinking about the promotion. The promotion is very important. You're spending $100,000 on trade shows and for real estate and setups and drayage and carpet and so on and so forth. And the exhibit company, the show, brings the people there. Your job is to bring them to your booth. You need a sexy booth, a great booth, but what you really need also is that marketing to get the people to come. We have a whole lot of marketing that went on just to get you into this classroom today, so we're going to move that. I do want to say, by the way, that the average person makes a decision 15 feet before they walk to your booth to come in. Trade show bureau. 15 feet before they come in. So it is said that don't stand like this because that's bad body, be open, smiling, have something in your hand, be inviting. But traffic brings more traffic. Did you ever see it? All of a sudden there's 60,000 people there. You don't know why, you go too. It's like rubbernecking at an accident. So everybody's going to stop. So what brings people? People attract people. Trade show traffic. Promotions attract people. I want to tell you that I have never seen doctors who used to get everything. Federal government's cut that out. Used to get everything. I've never seen doctors more attracted to a booth than it was for a teddy bear with bandages on it. It wasn't for the doctor. It's for the grandchildren and their children. But wow, did that draw people in New Orleans, where I was down at a gastroenteritis convention. I was there for marketing purposes. Not that I have a problem. And it was incredible what a teddy bear did for these people. So that was the right thing. And what happens? People attract people attract people. And what they were doing is, and the smart thing that they did, and this is where I fit in, on the teddy bear was hanging a little CD with the information they wanted the doctor to have. So the doctor didn't want, I don't want to talk to you, just take one and go, or take 6 and go, depending on how many children you had. But each one of those had a little CD on there, so the sales pitch was on there, the drug information was on there. Ways to attract people, ways to get the people who don't want to invest any time to do it. Pre-show attracts people. So in your overall show thing, ExhibitCraft has rounded itself off right now to both position itself as a booth and exhibit builder, storage center and such, but also full service. And it's great to go to one place who knows you and could probably take that promotion and put it into the booth and ship it in time to get to where it has to go. So you get a lot of advantages that you may not realize. Quickly, and everything, how much quicker can I go? You're getting a whole lot of creative consulting from this organization. Program development. We're not just talking about a thing. We're talking about a program. We're talking about consistent program, multi-phase, given over a year. You're talking about people who can manage the program both from inventory and every other tactical standpoint. You got time to do this? I heard that you're in the sports business. You probably sweep the floor if you own the company and do everything else. I don't know how much time you have to fit everything else in. Graphic custodian. Today, and I'm not going to go through much of this, but everything out there, you've got plastic, you've got paper, you've got fabric, you've got all sorts of substrates. And I don't know how intelligent you all are on logos and designs, but each substrate takes a different amount of an embroidery. You can give them anything and they can do embroider. But if you want a beautiful quality work on printing on some large graphics, you've got to go 600 DPI or greater. We know how to do that, and we can guard your logo and the quality for that. Global sourcing, I already said that. Supplier identification, very important to know that it will be there when you want it to be there. Production supervision, guided delivery. I can tell you that Gene doesn't sleep nights. If there's a deadline, he's the one who's going to track that thing and make sure that it is where it has to be on your behalf. CPSA, you heard it this morning, kids are drinking Purell. Consumer Product Safety Act is mandatory. McDonald's will tell it to you, Mattel will tell it to you, not just lead, but child safety. It is an abomination. We're fully aware of state and federal compliance, reorder benefits, dispute resolution, and you can come marching into this building to get done what you need to get done. We fit into so many different areas of marketing, from the consumer side of it, on-pack, in-pack, near-pack. These may be strange words to you, but that's from the consumer if any of you are there. I personally have done a lot of, actually Polio was showing this here. I just recently, just 2 years ago, did a premium in the mail. Send in 3 wrappers and you get a product, and it was for Boursin cheese. And I did one. So one of the things that our side of the business is for the consumer is in that. We all know that Happy Meals, because they work so well, and influence people to come to McDonald's. We're talking as marketers. Because they work so well, who's saying you can't do it anymore? The government. They're saying, we don't want you to tell Johnny he should come to McDonald's, and that's exactly what's happening. We work well. Dimensional products and advertising work very well. We also achieve great value. It's incomprehensible to believe that this little tray, which Coke still gives away, not this one, but Coke still gives away, or this cigarette lighter, that these products, when you go to the flea market in Lambertville, or wherever you go to your flea markets and antique dealers, that this thing is $13,000, and they're giving it away today. I did a CD for Coke for Cinco de Mayo. Guy walks into my office and says, you got any left over? I said, sure, I have. He said, can I take them all? I said, why? He said, I can get 40 bucks for this. I said, you can? I said, we only charge Coke 3. He said, it's a collector's market. I had no idea what the market was like. But immediately, these dimensional products, the Planters Peanut Bank, unbelievable. So much is out there. But you want to talk about remaining? The Daily News ad from 1925 is gone, but that Planters Peanut Bank is gaining in their dimensional. People like tangibility in an intangible age where everything is coming to us digitally. So promotional products, ad specialties, premiums, incentives, business gifts. Business gifts, big part of the market. My market is the holidays. I do greeting cards. But a greeting card is essential. E-greeting cards, quick story, e-greeting cards. Anybody here from Sony? Anybody here from Chubb, Marcia McClendon? Okay. They decided they're going to do e-greeting cards. Their sales force came back screaming. 99% of the e-greeting cards sent out by anybody are blocked by spam filters in most major corporations. They never got them. And they don't take them, particularly e-greeting cards, because unfortunately for Hallmark, and Blue Mountain Arts, too many of these greeting cards come in with Trojan horses and viruses. So in this digital age, people are going to be standing out by being more dimensional, and you're in a dimensional room right now. All I can tell you here, because I'm done, I have to be done. All I can tell you here is that we have a proven medium. Statistics go all over the place and say, do you remember who gave you that? Yes. Do you still have it? Yes. Do you know the logo? Yes. I teach at Rutgers 4 times a year, and one of the things I do is I mug the students. These are all young business people in graduate school. And I say, empty your pocket, and I said, open your shirt. And generally when they open their shirt, it's a t-shirt from somewhere that I say, and here's my question. I go in their face. I go, wait a minute. Why do you, let's say it was Budweiser. I said, you're wearing a Budweiser t-shirt. I said, how much are they paying you to do that advertising for them? Nothing. I said, you're a graduate student in business, and they're not paying you? You're walking around showing your chest saying, Budweiser, they're paying $100,000 for the billboard on Route 80, and your chest is free? They get the point. That promotional products in every which way, it's the branding apparel, Times Square, the M&M store, and all. So these numbers don't lie. I don't have time to go into this, not knowing how much time we would have here.